Admiral Impeach's Iron Fist pasta sauce. The sauce that conquers continents. You ever eat a bowl of rigatoni and think, this could use more global domination? Well, now you can, with Admiral Impeach's Iron Fist pasta sauce, made from real tomatoes grown in embargo zones and simmered down with top-secret military spices. One bite? Boom, you'll be planning invasions from your kitchen table. Features: explosive flavor, detonates on your tongue like a 50-megaton meatball. Classified ingredients, even the FDA ain't cleared to know what's in it. Battle-tested recipe, perfected on submarines, backrooms, and meetings that never made the papers. Mikey the Hammer. I put this sauce on my steak once, the steak tapped out. Nick Palermo. I spilled a jar on my shirt and 3 guys declared me their capo. Lopez. Legally, I gotta say don't buy it, but unofficially, best damn sauce I ever used to bribe a judge. Special offer. Order 2 jars today and get a complimentary ceasefire breadsticks. They'll stop any argument in its tracks. Admiral Impeach's Iron Fist pasta sauce. This ain't Nonna's recipe, unless Nonna ran Black Ops.
Mugs, what the fuck you doing in there, you prick?
The Dallas Mob. Crime, Cowboys, and the Texas Underworld. A Pizzaverse Studios documentary. A Palermo Productions original. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent DiPrio. Dallas, Texas. A booming city of oil money, cattle fortunes, and political power. But beneath the polished surface of business deals and cowboy culture, a quieter underworld thrived. Illegal gambling. Nightclubs. Smuggling routes running across Texas. Unlike cities like New York or Chicago, Dallas never had an official mafia family. Instead, the city's organized crime scene was controlled by independent operators. Men who ran rackets with the same discipline as mafia bosses, even if they didn't carry the title. And one of the most infamous figures in Dallas history would become connected to one of the most shocking events in American history: the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. That man was Jack Ruby. Bootleggers and the birth of the Texas Underworld. During Prohibition in the United States, Texas became a major corridor for illegal liquor smuggling. Alcohol moved north across the Mexican border. Bootleggers transported whiskey through cities like Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio. These operations created the first organized crime networks in Texas. When Prohibition ended, many of the same figures simply shifted their operations into new rackets. Illegal gambling, bookmaking, vice operations. The Dallas Underworld was born. Herbert Noble, the gambling king. One of the earliest powerful figures in the Dallas criminal scene was Herbert Noble. During the 1940s and early 1950s, Noble ran one of the largest illegal gambling operations in Texas. His organization controlled underground casinos, bookmaking operations, card games across Dallas. But success brought enemies. Rival criminals and law enforcement both targeted Noble's empire. In 1951, Noble survived multiple assassination attempts, including car bombs. Eventually, the violence caught up with him. Herbert Noble was murdered in Dallas in one of the most notorious underworld killings in Texas history. Benny Binion, from Dallas to Vegas. Another key Dallas crime figure was Benny Binion. Binion ran illegal gambling operations throughout Dallas during the 1930s and 1940s. His casinos became legendary. Gamblers from across Texas flocked to his games. But Binion's career was plagued by arrests and constant legal trouble. Eventually, Texas authorities forced him out of the state. Binion relocated to Nevada. There, he opened the famous Horseshoe Casino in Las Vegas. His influence would eventually help shape the early gambling culture of the Vegas Strip. Jack Ruby, nightclubs, and the Dallas Underworld. Perhaps the most infamous Dallas Underworld figure was Jack Ruby. Ruby ran several strip clubs and nightclubs in Dallas during the 1950s and early 1960s. These establishments operated in the gray area between legitimate business and organized crime activity. Ruby had connections with local gamblers, police officers, and organized crime figures visiting Dallas. He was known to associate with mob-connected individuals and had ties to Chicago criminal networks through various contacts. But Ruby would become a permanent part of American history on November 24, 1963. 2 days after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, Ruby walked into the Dallas police basement and shot Lee Harvey Oswald on live television. The killing shocked the nation, and it sparked decades of speculation about Ruby's connections and possible motivations. Although investigations concluded Ruby acted alone, conspiracy theories linking Ruby to organized crime have persisted for decades. Tired of your Gomar ratting you out to the feds? Sick of your capo sweating you over that missing envelope? Or maybe you just need to sleep through a sit-down like it's a spa day in Sicily. Introducing Gonezo, the only sleeping pill approved by 3 out of 5 mob doctors and 1 very tired consigliere. 1 pill and bam, like you got hit with a blackjack behind Rocco's. But you wake up fresh, no bruises, no wiretaps, and no regrets. Real customer testimony. I took Gonezo before my arraignment. Woke up in Tijuana with a new name and a suitcase full of counterfeit 20s, 5 stars. Gino the Fork Abatacola. Now with our patented forget about it formula, Gonezo erases shame, guilt, and 3 to 5 hours of your last regrettable night at the Velvet Lounge. Warning, side effects may include sudden urges to flee the country, thinking you're bulletproof, marrying your Gumar's cousin during a blackout in Atlantic City. Ask your bookie if Gonezo is right for you, or don't. He's probably already on it. Gonezo, sleep like you ain't got priors. National organized crime connections. Even though Dallas lacked an official mafia family, organized crime figures from other cities maintained connections in Texas. One of the most powerful organizations with influence across the Midwest and South was the Chicago outfit. Under leaders like Tony Accardo, the outfit maintained relationships with gambling operators throughout the country. These connections helped facilitate illegal betting networks that stretched across multiple states. Dallas became one of several cities where independent operators cooperated with larger organized crime groups. The decline of the Dallas Underworld. By the 1960s and 1970s, federal investigations into organized crime intensified across the United States. New legal tools, including the Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, allowed prosecutors to target entire criminal organizations. Illegal gambling operations across Texas began to decline. Many longtime rackets were dismantled, and the traditional Dallas underworld slowly faded. But its legacy remained tied forever to one of the most dramatic moments in American history: the killing of Lee Harvey Oswald by Jack Ruby. Dallas may never have had a formal mafia family like New York or Chicago, but for decades the city hosted a thriving criminal underworld. Bootleggers, gambling bosses, nightclub operators. Men like Herbert Noble, Benny Binion, and Jack Ruby shaped the hidden history of Dallas crime. A reminder that organized crime in America has always adapted to its environment, even in cities known more for cowboy hats than mobsters. Across America, organized crime took many forms. From the Five Families of New York, to the Chicago Outfit, to smaller underworld networks scattered across the country. Each city developed its own version of the mob. Dallas was no exception. A city where crime operated quietly, but sometimes exploded into history. Thank you for watching this Pizzaverse Studios documentary. For more deep dives into organized crime history, true crime investigations, and mob history, follow Pizzaverse Studios and Palermo Productions. This has been Vincent DiPrio, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Forget about it, Flex Tape. Because problems disappear permanently. You ever got a problem that just won't shut the hell up? A leak. A squeak. A guy asking too many questions. You could call a professional, or you could handle it like a professional. Introducing Forget About It Flex Tape. The only industrial strength tape trusted by contractors, dock workers, and guys who don't exist on paper. What does it fix? Leaky pipes? Forget about it. Cracked boats? Forget about it. Broken chairs? Forget about it. Loose floorboards in the trunk? Sure, Nadia Rainmud, you didn't hear that from me. This ain't tape. This is silence. Science-ish explanation. They say it's made with military-grade adhesive polymers. What I say is, once it sticks, it doesn't let go. Rain, snow, salt water, acid rain from Jersey. This thing holds tighter than a consigliere with a secret. Sun-grown teeth. I had a situation. I used Forget About It Flex Tape. Now I sleep great. Frank Pecoraro. My boat was taken on water. Now it's taken on memories. See, happy customers, quiet customers. Bonus uses. Seal pipes. Patch roofs. Fix radiators. Reinforce suitcases. Silence rattling trunks. Hold together family secrets since 1987. And if you order right now, we'll throw in a second roll, absolutely free. Why two? Because sometimes you gotta go over it twice. Call now. Operators are standing by. They don't ask names. They don't ask questions. They definitely don't wear wires. Forget about it, flex tape. When the problem needs to stop, and stay stopped.
New Orleans, a city of music, mystery, and history. For more than a century, the Crescent City has been home to one of the oldest organized crime traditions in America. Long before the Mafia families of New York rose to power, New Orleans had already become a gateway for Sicilian immigrants, bringing the traditions of La Cosa Nostra to the United States. By the early 20th century, organized crime had already taken root in the city's docks, markets, and gambling halls. But the real power of the New Orleans Mafia would emerge decades later, under one man, Carlos Marcello. Quiet, patient, ruthless. Marcello built a criminal empire stretching across Louisiana, Texas, and the Gulf Coast. Gambling, loan sharking, smuggling, and powerful political connections that allowed his organization to operate for decades. But Marcello's influence extended far beyond New Orleans. Federal investigators would later suspect his organization of involvement in one of the most shocking events in American history, the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. A theory that continues to spark debate to this day. Through decades of investigations, wiretaps, and federal prosecutions, the hidden empire of the New Orleans Mafia slowly began to unravel. But the full story of Carlos Marcello's power and the secrets of the Gulf Coast underworld are only now being revealed. The New Orleans Mafia, Carlos Marcello and the Empire of the Gulf. A Pizzaverse Studios documentary. A Palermo Productions original documentary. Coming soon.
When I go into that ground, I won't go quietly. I'm bringing my crown. When I go into that ground, oh, they gotta bury me face down. From the rubble, what do I see? There's a whole damn army thinking that they're gonna harm me, saying that I'll never get free. Oh, I got troubles, they won't let me be. But I won't get tired, set the town on fire till my troubles got trouble with me. Thinking that they've won, it's only just begun. When I go into that ground, I won't go quietly. I'm bringing my crown. And when I go into that ground, oh, they gotta bury me face down. I've been on the run since I was a boy, but now I'm done running, got another thing coming. Watch my enemies get destroyed. Oh, I got troubles of more than one kind, but I never sleep. Gotta bury me 6 feet deep where the sun don't shine. Thinking that they've won, it's only just begun. When I go somehow, some way, I'ma keep moving along, moving along. Been counted out, left for dead, wanted with a bounty on my